gentlemen, the show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Raider Nation, stand up. Stand up.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Top of the morning, Raider Nation. How y'all feeling, man? Happy hump day. You know what it is. It's Wednesday. Yes, indeed. Welcome to another episode of Raiders Sunrise Live with yours truly, Lunatik Raider, right here on Raiders Allegiance. If this is your first time here, please do me a solid. Subscribe to the channel, please. We're working our way to 1,700. And once we hit 2,000, there will be 2 jersey giveaways. 2 lucky winners who are subscribers to the channel will receive 2 custom, that's right, not 1, but 2 custom jerseys will be going to 2 winners, a jersey each. You choose the name, you choose the number, you choose home or away, and the size, and it's yours. Compliments of Raiders Allegiance, man. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Thank you for pulling up. It is a pleasure to have you here this morning. Today, as you see by the thumbnail, we are making the case for Jayden Daniels. We got a lot of buzz going on about Jayden Daniels, and there's also different routes we can take to obtaining him. How? We'll discuss that in a minute once we get done with breaking down the strengths and weaknesses of Mr. Jayden Daniels. As well as checking out his interview so we can get into his psyche as far as the type of individual as well as a player he is. And then we also will take a look at his pro day that he had at LSU, which there was some stuff in between the lines that if you did not know, I will tell you about, let you know how selfless this young man is. And that's the kind of guy you would want in your locker room. So we're going to dive into it. But first, you know what time it is. It's Mr. Nasty time. No, it ain't. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. The world's most dangerous chat. We are here this morning. And let me shout y'all out. Because like I said, without you, we're going to get that in a minute. Without you, this shit ain't cracking. Facts. Shout out to Mike G in the building, man. Salute to you, man. Top of the morning to you. The mod with the most, man. NorCal Raider Jesse in the building. Salute. Good to have you here. Alex S., what it do, my guy? Good morning to you as well, man, for real. Robert Pena, what is the deal, dude? Top of the morning to you. Man, hope all is well with each and every one of y'all, man. Fear Raider, what's the deal, man? Salute. Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. Good to have y'all here, man. Eugene Powell right in the kisser. That's right. She talked back to you, you power. She talked back to you, Eugene Powell, right in the kisser. You feel me? Shout out to everybody out there, man. Robert P in the building, man. Salute to you, man. Top of the AM, yes, indeed. Graham Cam, my dude, what it do? Man, top of the morning, man. Good to have you here, man, for real. Milo Hunt, hey, long time no see, man. What? Hey, good morning to you, my brother. Hey, top of the morning. Good to have you here, for real. Top de Leon, what's the deal, man? Top of the morning. Good to have you here as well, man. Long City Wee, what's the deal, man? Good morning. Top, man, for real. I6 in the building, man. What's the deal, man? Salute. My dude, man. Tops. Eagletarian 207, you know what it is. That's right. Adman, man, good to see you, my brother, for real. What's the deal, man? Tops, man, my 2 cents. Yes, man. Good morning to you as well, man. That's solid, man. For real. Oh, yeah, we got everybody in here this morning, man. The good stuff. We got the good stuff in here, too. Not the bammer. We got the good stuff. You feel me? Yes, indeed, man. Let me see who else we got up in this Mickey Ficky one time. Did you hear about that? Man, don't listen to that shit. That ain't gonna be no damn Raider, man. Hey, I be hating when who put that rumor out there, bruh? Somebody always be putting shit out there, making it seem like it's some real shit. Dak is not gonna end up with, bruh. Do you think Dak fits our locker room? As far as what AP is saying, well, we want a light-skinned Derek Carr. Now let me, this is the one thing I hate. A lot of people, man, that be trying to clown me. That is, try to say, I didn't know Dak Prescott was a Raider fan. And I was like, well, I didn't know I can touch the bottom of your stomach with the tip of my tallywhacker either. You feel me? Down your esophagus it goes. Shout out to everybody out there, man, for real. But I don't be, man, you gotta, what's the saying go? Believe half of what you see and nothing you hear. Man, let's do that. Next thing you know, you're gonna be starting hearing some shit that we trade for Josh for Let me quit. I ain't gonna shit on nobody, man. I'm gonna let them have their own little fun. Raider Goon, the Goon Squad in the building, man. Salute. Good to have you here, man. For real. We got a Facebook if you new here, Facebook user. Yes, you. Raiders Nation. Yes, go. Hey, man, salute. Thank you for pulling up, man, or man or female. I don't know, because it's just saying Facebook user. Okay, so now I know that you can chat in the chat from Facebook, because all I've been getting is YouTube. But man, hey, shout out to you, for real, man. We're here every weekday morning, 7 a.m. Pacific and 10 a.m. Eastern, right here on Raiders Allegiance, man. Hey, subscribe and hit that like, man, and hit that notification bell too, so you can be notified, because what we're gonna do when the draft comes, we're gonna have a live roundtable. I'm working on the thumbnail and getting everything situated as far as knowing what content creators are going to be here for it. So we're going to put that together. We make it a big annual thing. Last time we did it before the season, we did a season kickoff roundtable. But this year we're going to do the NFL draft, and we're going to cover the draft live. So you can tune in here. We'll hit you with the picks when they come in and get our feedback on what we think and how we feel about that pick. So yes, you guys, April 25th. It starts at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, but we're gonna kick everything off probably about an hour before. So 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. So stay tuned. Hit that notification bell so you'll know when we go live, man. Salute. And there go admin Looney Tune. Salute, man. Salute. Raider Syndicate in the building. What's the deal, man? What it do? Hey, breaking news. Las Vegas trading 4 times. Fuck yeah, let's go. Hey, I hope, it ain't, you know what I mean? In actuality, if you think about it, the way they break it down, it wouldn't be four first round picks, because in essence, the first round is actually a swap. We'll be getting our 13. We'll get whoever, what you said, the number 4? Oh no, we're trading 4. Yeah, bro. Hey, if they made the move to go get Jaden, we're gonna dive into Jaden today, man. Everybody been talking about Jaden, and I said, well, you know what? That's one prospect I ain't really broke down and gave y'all the oomph about. You know what I mean? So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that in just a minute, man. For real. Everybody is here for real, man. Hey, good to see y'all, man. Ray Love in the building. Salute to you. Willie Wayne in the building. Salute to you as well. Man, we active. We frontlining it this morning, man. That's what I like to see, man, for real. Clark Arroyo, what's the deal, man? Salute. Good to have you here, man, for real. Damn, everybody in this. Eddie Rodriguez, what it do, man? You need some Penix in my... Hey, pause, bruh. That's too close to penis. Pause on that one, bruh. Pause. Or no Diddy. No, let me quit. Hey, salute to you, man. Good to have you here, for real. He said he needs some Penix in his life. Stop it. Oh my God. All right, man. I think that is about it. Hold on. I'm scrolling. We got Eddie Rodriguez. We got Ray Love. We got Mike G in the building, man. We got Eddie. I said Eddie. We got Adman in the building. You found me off Facebook? Usually, you know what? I got a Raiders Allegiance fan page as well as a page itself. But when I post a lot of these links, it gives them my real page. And I try to not associate my personal life with this YouTube shit because you know what I mean? I don't want people to feel uncomfortable on my Facebook page because I'm associated with a lot of people that's not exactly accepted by society. But I don't pass judgment. So and I'm included. I'm included. You know what I mean? My circle is made up of certain individuals that might be looked down upon because of past relationships and how can I say this? Past relationships as well as past deeds. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I like to keep my friends out of the spotlight. But if it's a lot of them are Raider fans, some of them ain't. So, you know what I mean? It's all good. Charles Washington, what's the deal? Just saying, what's up, nation? Oh, can't handle the QB talk? All right, man. Right on, man. All right. It's all good. Let me see. I think we got everybody. We got everybody. Did we get everybody? Hold on, I'm getting down to the bottom. So, hey, Aunt Six, man, salute to you for becoming a member, man. Let me get. Oh, I ain't got the eyeballs on that one. That's the other shit. Hey, for real, man, appreciate you. For real. I'm just scrolling down to see if I got Raider Syndicate. Who's running the Raider Syndicate that you on here with right now? Cause ain't there like if I'm right, ain't there like multiple syndicate members? I'm trying to remember who this is, man. Chris, is this Chris's what you call it? YouTube handle? Alex says salute. Man, I'm trying to get down there to the bottom. You know what I mean? Six, man, became a member, man. If you guys want to become a member, you can. There's only one level, $2.99, and then I throw some stuff content out there that you guys will only see. You know what I mean? I did a live on Easter that was only for members only. So you know, there's more stuff coming, especially once we start getting into the draft and other stuff. I'll give you all some breakdowns and everything. Who said hell no? Oh, my bad. Hey, I'm trying to remember Raider Syndicate. Cause ain't they the Syndicate too? Protect the Shield and run down. Don't they have Raider Syndicate? Maybe I'm tripping, bro. I ain't drank nothing yet. So, hey, salute to y'all, man. Hey, shout out to y'all, man. Like I said, without you, there's no me, and without us, there's no nation. There's only one. That's the motherfucking Raider Nation. The motherfucking Raider Nation. Let's go. Bottoms up. Salute. All right. Let's dive into the shizzle. You nizzo? All right. So today, as you've seen by the thumbnail, we are going to be discussing Jaden Daniels. Oh, wait a minute. We got more people in here. El Capitan. Hola, ¿cómo estás, amigo? Chupa mi huevos. What that mean? It doesn't mean I got eggs for you for breakfast? No, I'm fucking. I'm fucking with you. Ralph in the building, man. Salute. Top of the morning, man. Oh, we got more people coming in here, man, for real. Salute to all y'all, man. He said he's the original syndicate. Hey, that's right. Hey, my bad, man. It ain't no love lost, man. I was just trying to remember who everybody is outside of the chat. You feel me? All right. So when I say chupa mi huevos, that's not like inviting somebody over for breakfast for like eggs. Like eat my eggs or suck my eggs. One of the two. No. All right, let's get into this shit, man. All right. So as you know, the thumbnail reads the case for Jaden Daniels. We're going to dive into Jaden Daniels. We're going to break him down. We're going to learn about his pros and his cons. We're going to check out his interview to get the understanding of what's between his ears. Oh, excuse me, man. That motherfucker got me burping. And we also going to check out his pro day to see how he produced, as well as just simple route running and stuff. But I like the fact that, let me give you this side note, that he wore a shirt representing one of his players from his team that was diagnosed with brain cancer, or what is it, a rare form of brain cancer. And so he was shouting him out by wearing his shirt. But at the same time, the one main reason why Jayden Daniels said he wanted to perform well at the LSU pro day is because he wanted to draw attention and the light on some of his other players that may not be in the spotlight for the 2024 NFL draft, which I thought was a very, very selfless act to give recognition and put eyes on his receivers and whatnot that were there at the pro day with him. So a salute to Jayden Daniels, man, a very, very well-groomed, raised young man. To be selfless in a world of selfish people, you know what I mean? To understand that he's going to be who he is and get drafted where he goes. But at the same time, there's people from his team that might not be getting the shine as other people that he feels deserves the shine as well. So that shows you what kind of team player this individual is as well, man. So a salute, hats off to Jayden Daniels, man, for repping his teammates to the fullest, man. So let's get into this, man. We're gonna go ahead and dive in to how we want to do this one. Oh no. We don't want to go there with it, do we? I'll go from here. Which one I like? Hold on. I'm trying to figure out the setup. I was gonna go with the small route, but I don't want to do the small route. I don't want to do the small shit. Want to go with this one? Nah, I don't want to go full screen on the ass either. We'll do it. We'll do it like this. Come on, man. Give me the one that I want, you sucker. Bam. Oh, but they don't add to stage. Okay, here we go. I don't want to blank out everything. Let's make it so you guys can see. But I had the other one that I wanted, right? Shit funk. Shit funk? No, not the shit funk. No, not the shit funk. All right, bro. Yeah, I think I'm a rock with this, dog. All right. So we're gonna first jump into the breakdown of Jayden Daniels as they break him down. Well, as I broke him down, you know what I mean? And from what the combine and his draft and analysis were on him coming into the draft, and then breaking down the history from high school, Arizona State, and LSU, to break down everything that he went through and faced in the statistical parts of his game as well. Shout out to the 67 that's watching. Before I start, once again in the building, you know what it is. Oops. Lunatik done did a faux pas.
You're watching Raiders Sunrise Live with Lunatic Raider. If this is your first time here, please subscribe to the channel and hit that motherfucking like button, you damn son of a.
All right, so now that you was brutally insulted, let's go ahead and dive into the festivities, shall we?
Welcome to the Raiders Allegiance Prospect Breakdown. Please subscribe and smash that like button. Daniels was born on December 18th, 2000 in San Bernardino, California. He was a four-star recruit out of Cajon High School in San Bernardino, being ranked second in the nation for dual-threat quarterbacks in the 2019 class. Daniels committed to Arizona State on December 13th, 2018. He graduated early from Cajon to enroll at Arizona State in January 2019. As a freshman, Daniels beat out starter Dylan Sterling Cole in training camp, making him the first starting true freshman quarterback for the Sun Devils. Daniels led the Sun Devils to victory against multiple ranked opponents, including against number 6 Oregon. For his performance against Oregon, Daniels was named Offensive Player of the Week and Freshman of the Week by the Pac-12. Daniels was an honorable mention for the Pac-12 Freshman Offensive Player of the Year. He led the Sun Devils to a 2014 victory at the 2019 Sun Bowl. In a shortened 2020 season, Daniels started all 4 games, where he led the Sun Devils to a 2-2 record. In the Territorial Cup, Daniels finished the game with 2 touchdowns and a quarterback rating of 296.8 in a 77 victory against Arizona. In 2021, Daniels led the Sun Devils to an 8-5 record but struggled passing the ball, throwing 10 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. In 2022, Daniels transferred to Louisiana State University to play for the LSU Tigers. On November 11, 2023, Daniels passed for 372 yards and 3 touchdowns and ran for 234 yards and 2 touchdowns in a 52-35 win over the Florida Gators. He became the first player in FBS history to record at least 350 passing yards and 200 rushing yards in the same game. On November 18th against the Georgia State Panthers, Daniels went 25 for 30 with 413 passing yards, 93 rushing yards, and 8 total touchdowns. Daniels won several awards in 2023, including the Heisman Trophy, becoming the 3rd LSU player to win it behind Joe Burrow and Billy Cannon. He opted out of the 2024 ReliaQuest Bowl after leading the Tigers to a 9-3 record and declared for the 2024 NFL Draft. With 5 seasons of starting experience under his belt, Daniels possesses a rare blend of playmaking talent and command from the pocket. He's tall but slender, so there will be concerns about durability, considering how often he ran in college. However, teams must also recognize that he has no issues sitting in the pocket and working through progressions as a platform thrower with good mechanics and footwork. Daniels possesses the football intelligence to get himself protected and take care of the football with quality decision-making. He's an accurate passer over the first 2 levels and throws with anticipation to slice and dice zone coverages. He had noticeable issues putting deep throws on faster receivers in stride, though. He lacks ideal size and arm talent, but he's much more capable as a runner and passer than most of the quarterbacks who have moved on to the next level lately. Daniels is positioned to become a very good NFL starter in a spread-based passing attack. Strengths: his game is marked by command of the field and football intelligence. Recognizes pre-snap pressure and has a plan to counter it. Gets everyone on the same page when setting up protection. Full field reader with good rhythm through his progressions. Willing to plant his flag and attack defenses from the pocket. Maintains passing platform when sliding around the pocket. Has made footwork as a passer a priority during his career. Anticipatory thrower with accuracy and feel for attacking zone windows. Has the running talent to turn scrambles into back-breaking plays. Has the speed to keep defenses honest with zone read concepts. Weaknesses: his slender frame will lead to durability concerns. Lack of zip creates danger for him outside the numbers. Will drop his eyes in the pocket to scan for exits. Below average push and placement on deep throws. Substantially more accurate on rollouts than as a scrambling passer. Tends to fall off of fade throws, leaving them short. Thank you for watching. On your way out, please subscribe, like, and knock the hell out of that notification bell. Go Raiders!
All right, I got to check and see if my mic is working. 1 second. All right, got to check and see if my mic is working. It is. That's why it was double feeding back, because when I play it out of my speakers, my mic is picking up what you guys hear and as well as what I hear. So it's like a double. So once I cut the mic off, oh, damn, I could have done it that way. I forgot I got to fucking mute on this fucking mic. I got to remember where I got to touch. Let me touch your mic. Hell no, you can't touch my mic. Ugh. All right, so that's Jaden Daniels, a good breakdown of him. Next in line, what we're gonna do is talk about his combine, or his hold on. I'm not ready for it yet. So what we're gonna do now is next we're gonna check out his pro day that he had at LSU. Check out his throwing motion, his footwork, as well as his accuracy. He didn't really do too much. He didn't run the 40, but we know he's fast. We've seen the game film, just like you guys just seen in the breakdown of him. But once we get done with this, we're gonna discuss How is it possible for the Raiders to go from 13 to get Jaden Daniels? And there's a couple of paths that we can get to him. Might be more depending on what happens ahead of us in the draft, but there's a certain slot of draft picks that is where we're suited to move up to be able to grab him if certain things happen with the pick selection in the draft. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and dive in to his pro day. So let's get it, man. Let's get it. All right, let's go. Mike is going off. Mike is going off. Nice zip on the ball, too. Footwork. See, pay attention to his feet. Is he on the balls of his feet? Is he on his toes? Like the fact that you don't want to raise your feet too high. You want to always be able to. That's why I be paying attention to his footwork. Keep his feet underneath him. Nice base, shoulder width. Not flat-footed. Yeah, definitely not flat-footed. He on his toes. Good shit. Good shit. He's one of those quarterbacks that make you think that he will be a star. He will be a star in the NFL. A lot of people had a knock on him because of his stature, being thin and slender. But to be in all fairness, his measurables is damn near identical to AOC, and only about 8 pounds different between him and I think Michael Penix is 218 pounds, and it is a fact that Jaden Daniels was 210. I remember somebody told me in the chat they felt that Jaden was less than 210, and they were lying about it. But it's always been recorded as being 210 pounds. Now, J.J. McCarthy was at 202 pounds at one time, but he gained 17 pounds before the combine, and now he's up to 219. But I remember watching an interview with Chris from Chris had with on Protect the Shield. He had an interview with I forgot his name. Was our offensive coordinator in interim as when Al Davis died, he became interim head coach. Why am I drawing a blank? Bald head, milk dud looking motherfucker from South Central. Not AP. not AP, but no, they interviewed him and they was because he was coaching at Southern Grambling or Southern, and they played LSU in Louisiana, which they do that. And he broke it down and was like that's a tough son of a gun is Jaden Daniels. He may look slender and thin to you, but he's a tough motherfucker. Short pass right there in the hands. But I wouldn't really be too much concerned with a lot of these quarterbacks as prospects that could end up being with the Raiders, because you got to remember, what is his supporting cast? What any quarterback that comes to the Raiders supporting cast is? We got the receivers. The only thing we only are concerned with on the offense is the right side of the offensive line. That's just 2 spots. They resigned Meredith. You got Dalton Wagner still sitting in the fold. You got DJ Fluker sitting in the fold. You got Parham you can do things with. And you still have the draft to come. You got to remember, it's not just a 1-round draft. It's 7 rounds. You know what I mean? So with 7 rounds, we got 8 picks. You can find you a lineman in a deep offensive lineman draft. But I like Jaden Daniels. I like the fact that him going to the Raiders, being with AP once again, and Marvin Lewis. People don't forget about that. Marvin Lewis as well is suited for him. Just like Caleb Williams is suited for going to Washington, but we know he's going to end up with the Bears. And also, I think Michael Penix with Seattle, which, everybody knows because University of Washington, his ex-offensive coordinator is there as well with the Seahawks. But not just that, though. To me, Michael Penix kind of reminds me of Warren Moon. Warren Moon was is a graduate from Washington University of Washington, as well as played with the Seattle Seahawks, coming home basically as a return. So that would be a good fit for Penix to go to the Seattle Seahawks. Caleb Williams a perfect fit for going to the Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels perfect with us, just the fact that we will know how to use him. And then I would even say at number 3, pay attention to the Patriots at number 3. I've been telling you guys this for the longest. Don't be surprised, because I feel like J.J. McCarthy is a New England type quarterback. J.J. McCarthy, and I said this weeks ago, J.J. McCarthy seems to me to fit what New England is looking for and what they want. I think Penix can also fit in to what New England wants, but I think those injury concerns are going to back a lot of teams back away from him, just like I feel like a lot of teams are going to back up away from Jaden Daniels, just because, you get a bad rap as being a dual threat quarterback. You know what I mean? And not the kind of dual threat where, I'm mobile, but the kind of dual threat where he can run just like he can throw, like the Lamar Jacksons, the Michael Vicks. Terrell Pryor couldn't throw, but he can run. You know what I mean? That kind of typical scenario between someone who can use their legs as well as their arm. But I know and heard that between Getsy and AP, they both would like a quarterback that can do everything. It opens up the playbook. See, a lot of people, and I hate to say this because I like AOC, but AOC does not fit what these guys are looking for in this offense. They want a quarterback that's able to do everything. Why? Because the playbook that Getsy is coming with is predominantly West Coast offense, but at the same time, you want to be able to do RPOs, maybe even you have a dynamic quarterback such as a Jaden Daniels. Now the option comes into play. You know what I mean? You don't have to bring out one quarterback and bring in another like they do with Hill in New Orleans. You know what I mean? Knowing that he's going to keep it a run, or the same kind of vision that John Gruden had with Mariota, bringing him here for that same purpose. You can have it all in one quarterback. The only thing with quarterbacks like Jayden Daniels, you got to have protection. You got to have an offensive line that can keep him upright and clean, to give him time to go through his progressions, his reads, and make the correct throw. And if nothing's there, if he has to, last resort, use his legs unless the play calls for him to tuck it and run. You know what I mean? So I'm not mad at that. Like I said, it opens up the playbook. Now you got a lot of different plays you can use with one quarterback. Aiden O'Connell, you're not going to run no option with him. RPO, I doubt you do that because you're not going to fool anybody if he's running an RPO because he's not going to run it. He's only there for the pass. You know what I mean? So either he's going to hand it off, he's going to keep it, and he's going to pass it. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. There ain't no knock on him. He fits this is why I told you. A matter of fact, let's get into the scenario. Matter of fact, before I get into that, shout out to everybody that's watching, man. We are deep as fish grease. We got 82 people watching. Before we continue further, man, if this is your first time here, please pay attention to the following announcement.
You're watching Raiders Sunrise Live with Lunatic Raider. If this is your first time here, please subscribe to the channel and hit that motherfucking like button, you damn son of a.
Oh, you can hear the echo from the mic. But anyway, yeah, we're going to dive in right now. Let's go into the psyche. Once we get done with the interview of Jayden Daniels, we're going to go ahead and break down as far as how the Raiders have to approach trying to get him. Is it possible? Is there a way? Or is there ways, plural, with an S? You feel me? So before then, man, let's go ahead and dive forward. We're going to
The first thing I want to talk to you about is your dad had you watch tape.
Started a little too soon before I was ready, buddy. There you go. All right, so we're going to get an interview. Listen to what he has to say. There was a lot of good questions that were asked. I didn't go through all of them. I just picked out the ones that showed me what type of quarterback he is and what kind of individual he is as well. So let's jump into the interview, shall we? Let's go.
The first thing I want to talk to you about is your dad had you watch tape on all sorts of quarterbacks, not just Lamar Jackson, not just Tom Brady, but you were watching guys like Joe Montana.
Yeah.
Explain to me that process, what you learned from watching the old school guys and how that correlates to the game you play, because you play a new school sort of quarterback and sort of what we're seeing in today's NFL.
Yeah, he showed me when I was young. So, part of it I remember, part of it I don't. But, I kind of go back and watch stuff now as I get older. But, just how cool Joe was. Obviously they call him Joe Cool. In the big moments, he never blinked. Every time they needed him to play, relied on him. He went out and made it.
Yesterday we had on the edge rushers, and we had a couple of Alabama guys come through here. Dallas Turner, who because Dallas Turner knocks you out of the game when you're about to beat. You guys are about to beat Alabama, and he and Chris Braswell both said, "Who's the toughest quarterback you face?" And the first words out of Dallas' mouth was, "Jayden Daniels was a problem." And I went back and watched the Florida game, and you ran for 50-plus yards. Then you threw that dot down the field, 60-plus yards, and it just comes in waves with Jayden Daniels in terms of the how dangerous he is. And when I watch you play, I see a lot of Lamar Jackson in your game. Is that something you sort of pattern yourself after, or is there no sort of comp for Jayden Daniels?
Nah, I don't like comparisons.
Okay.
Lamar is Lamar. I'm me. But we do have some similarities. I'll say that. And Dallas Turner was a problem too. So
yeah, he was.
He was.
You guys were about to win that game if we're telling the truth, though.
Yeah, he's a problem.
So I'm curious, as people are trying to discern which quarterback they take first, obviously among the top three or whoever it may be, obviously in that group too, what do you feel like puts you in front? We've heard the Orlovskis and people say you're a better passer or what have you, but beyond just that, I also want to see how much you qualify how a player also handles pressure, because that's one of the traits I feel like is a distinguishing trait even for me.
Yeah. I've done with pressure my whole life. A lot of people don't make it out from where I'm from. There's a lot of talented people, but they go down the wrong path. And I give credit to my family, my support system, keeping me on the straight path. So without them, I wouldn't be in this position. So I've been dealing with pressure my whole life. So wherever I get drafted, if that's number 1, if that's number 32, obviously the pressure gonna come. I'm a first round quarterback, rookie quarterback coming in. All eyes gonna be on you, especially nowadays with social media and stuff like that. And people, everybody has an opinion. So for me, I'll say kind of what separates me is I probably have to leave that up to teams, but just the adversity I've been through, my playmaking ability, and there's a lot of great guys out there. There's a lot of great. It's a tough decision to make. Obviously, you got Caleb, Drake May, JJ McCarthy, Michael Penix, those guys. So they're all worthy of it. So we'll see on come draft day who goes first.
But listen, really quickly, I have to get to this because you had your relationship with Antonio Pierce, obviously back to your days at Arizona State as your recruiting coordinator. Now, the thing that's probably interesting too is the teams that potentially could come up for you.
Right.
What do you think is the potential that AP, he's talked about how much he knows you, could potentially come up for you?
Man, we're gonna see. We are gonna see. AP is a great guy. He's the right guy for the job. And if he did, and I hear my name called, and on draft day I hear my phone call ring, and it's AP. I don't know what I'll do. So we'll see. But right now, I'm just blessed. I'll take it day by day. I'll let everybody handle that. That's what they're for. I'm focused on being.
And there you have it, man. That's Jayden Daniels' interview at the combine when he was there. Give you a lot of good information. It was dope to know that his father sat him down and had him watch some of the greats to ever play this game. That's the teaching aspect that his dad came across with to teach this young man different styles and different techniques that these players came along with. Joe Montana, one of the greats, you got to admit that. Even though he was with a punk ass team, both of them, Kansas City and the Niners, they both can catch fire, and I wouldn't piss on them to put them out. Hey, but yeah, back to the subject at hand though. Jayden Daniels, he has a lot of potential in him. The only knock that I hear is just the fact that his slender build. But once they put him on a regimen of a diet, as far as working out, they'll put some weight on him. They'll put some weight on him for real, so he'll be able to handle the rigors of the NFL, man. So I'm not even concerned about that. Now, what we must discuss is if and how we get Jayden Daniels. How can this happen? All right, I'm gonna run down through some scenarios, not factuals, but I'm just going to buy a guesstimate, not an estimate, not a guess, but a guesstimate of how this is going to unfold and why. Once the draft comes, first round, April 25th at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, the draft kicks off. We know Chicago Bears are on the clock because they do have the rights to the Carolina Panthers draft pick, which they dumbass could have had the number 1 overall pick this year, but they chose to go ahead and do their thizzle. You feel me? But so what we're going to do is, with the number 1 pick, I can see Caleb Williams going. That's a no-brainer. He's going to Chicago, right? So we see Caleb Williams going to Chicago, number 1 overall. Now, this is where it gets interesting. This is what I see. I don't believe Washington is coveting Jayden Daniels like a lot of people think. And I don't think they're going to pull the trigger on a JJ McCarthy at number 2 overall. My guess is Drake May. I think the Commanders go Drake May. I told y'all this a few weeks ago that he just seems like a Commanders type quarterback. The reason why I don't think they go Jayden Daniels, I think the fact of them going through, even though it's new ownership and new coaches and whatnot there, they all remember when you go up into that team and you hear about the RG3, and there was a reason why Washington drafted RG3 and Kirk Cousins in the same draft. because I think that mobility of a dual threat quarterback feared them from an injury perspective. And what happened to RG3? He got injured. His career comes to an end real early. He was rookie of the year. Yeah, he was dynamic, but the injuries caught up to his ass. You know what I mean? And I think them going through that, and they kind of knew it in that first year when they drafted him, because why else would you draft a Kirk Cousins? And now you look at it, Kirk Cousins done outlasted RG3 in a career. Look at Kirk Cousins now. Another nice contract. RG3 announcing what he thinks about the moves that they probably made. Difference. Sideline, on the field. Not even on the sideline, in the studio and on the field. Two different outcomes from two different quarterbacks that were drafted in the same draft. So I think that kind of concerns Washington as far as drafting a dual threat quarterback and the history. Even like I said, it's a new ownership and everything, but I know they know the history. I know if they're in the football and they bought a team and got guys there running this team, the coaches, the coordinators, they know the history of what they did. I don't think Jaden Daniels is on their menu. I think Drake May is. Now that's the second pick. Third pick. Now here goes the monkey wrench. The monkey wrench is New England. I don't think New England goes Jaden Daniels. They never had a Jaden Daniels. They tried it. Who they tried it with? Cam Newton. Nada. Even though it was at the end of his career, but still, nada. He's the most mobilest quarterback New England has ever had since shit. Yeah, who knows? You feel me? They won so much with a pocket passer and Tom Brady, and then coming off of that, before him, it was Bledsoe. So you didn't have a dual threat quarterback there that won you games. Now, a lot of people say, well, Belichick ain't there no more. Correct. But Robert Kraft is still the owner. Robert Kraft still seen the same shit. The last person who gets the last say is the owner of the team. Facts. Facts. So you figure Robert Kraft has seen the history. He's seen what got him 6 rings, 6 Super Bowl victories, 10 appearances. Was it 10? Did he have 10 appearances? I can't remember. I think it was about 10, and they won 6? Yeah, they won 6 rings out of 10 appearances. Just to have 10 appearances in the Super Bowl, bruh. 2 decades? I'll take that on payday, nigga, for real. But anyway, New England seems like a perfect landing spot for, like I said, a Michael Penix Jr. pocket passer. He can run if he wants to. To me, I think he has a mental block. I think a lot of people think, oh, well, he ran a 4.4 something. Oh, yeah. He ran that with nobody chasing his ass. He ran that with not being in the pocket, and the pocket collapses. That's simple. You know, that's like you telling me, shit, I'm playing basketball by myself. Take it to the hole. I'm going to make a layup every time. Now let somebody be there and contest my shot. Different outcome. Different outcome. It's easy to go up against nobody. You know what I mean? They looking at the combine numbers. Yeah, you running. Ain't nobody on your ass. Ain't nobody in your way. You know what I mean? Now, the thing that makes me think he has some kind of mental blockage when it comes to running the ball is because when I looked at his stats, there was 1 year at Indiana where he had 119 yards rushing. But don't forget, every year, all 4 years at Indiana, every year came to an end with no more than 6 games played, finished with an injury. Shoulder, Achilles, shoulder, Achilles. I'm not Achilles, but ACL, shoulder, ACL, shoulder. Every year at Indiana, he got injured. It came to the point where me doing research and reading about Michael Penix said that he had mental health issues during that stretch at Indiana. And he went down and said to the point where he said he would have people over in his dorm Once they left his dorm in his room, he would hit the floor crying, asking God why. Why me? Why me? And that was him mentally, like pretty much broken, because he never got over 6 games in the season with Indiana, and he was there for 4 years. 4 years he couldn't get past 6 games. Now, mind you, he goes to Washington. Right? Now, before we go to Washington, let's look at, I think it was year 2 that he had 119 yards rushing. So he showed promise, like tucking the ball and running when ain't nothing there. Hey, do that shit. But because if I remember right, his first injury was a shoulder. His second injury was a ACL, which that's a different injury. A shoulder, I'm not tripping. If I can once I can throw again, I'm good. My knee, that's a whole different story. So I think it is the same situation as when Derek Carr broke his leg, and he was not the same Derek Carr after that because of that injury. And I think the first ACL that Michael Penix had changed him, because after that 119-yard rushing, and he got 119 yards in 6 games. Now, we're not expecting him to run all over the field every game, just when the time calls for you to tuck it and run. 119 yards. Hey, that's salute to you. But let's get to the last season at Indiana. You know what he rushed for his last year, his 4th year at Indiana? He rushed the ball 17 times for negative 27 yards. That's right. Negative 27 yards on 17 attempts. Why? Why negative 27 and 17? Was you running backwards? Were you, instead of trying to run to make the play, were you trying to run to not get tackled? Because of the injuries in the back of your mind, like, don't get hurt again, don't get hurt again. And that's a natural human reaction to some people. Some people, an injury that causes them to fail, they're always mindful of it. It's kind of like being in a car accident, and then now you're kind of timid to get in any car after that. So he was timid to put himself in a position of being hurt again. Now, I have not went back and watched when and how the injuries occurred, but I need to, because it'll let me know, was he in the process of trying to run when he got hurt, or was he in the pocket? I don't believe he was in the pocket. I believe he was trying to make a move and get up out of the pocket to make a play and got tackled. Shoulders tell me you got landed on by a lineman and he went to the ground with you and his weight on top of you and you landed on your shoulder because it was I think he had something torn in it, not a labrum, but something happened in his shoulder, both when I remember reading it, and it was both shoulders, not just one shoulder, throwing shoulder and the other shoulder. He got hurt. That tells me it sounds like he was trying to run. Somebody tackled him that was big, like a lineman, and landed on him, and he landed on his shoulder, injured. You know what I mean? So I want to know exactly how these injuries occurred to really break down his mental. See, quarterback are one of the most mental type of, and when I say mental, I ain't talking about I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about mental, as far as being able, you have to process things, and it has to happen quickly. You got to process it quickly because you only got 2 seconds, as far as what a lot of people want you to hold the ball and get rid of it. You got 2 seconds to go through your progressions and then make your choice, and boom, let the ball go. But if you're constantly in the back of your head thinking, don't get hurt, that's going to take away from your focus. And it kind of made me think, like, when you watch go watch the national championship again. Tell me what you thought was probably going through his head in that game. That was, and see, a lot of people say, well, Michigan got a good defense. That's true. Michigan does. But what kind of defenses do you think he's going to face in the NFL? How many teams are going to have defenses like Michigan in college? And that's the college level. Not everybody on Michigan's defense is going pro. Not everybody on Michigan's defense is A1 talent. But when you come to the NFL, everybody is A1 talent because they're in the league. You feel me? So it's like, where is his mental at? Where's Michael Penix mental? Is he tripping off of injuries? And is that why his last year at Indiana was negative 27 yards rushing? And let me carry it on. Let's go. We'll go to Washington for the last 2 years of his college career at Washington. He did solid in year one. Year one, I think he had 95 yards rushing. Right? But how come after year one, I think he had what that told me is he's coming from Indiana with getting injuries and not running. He comes to Washington wanting to prove a point to himself that I can still be a threat with my legs. So he got like 95 yards rushing. But lo and behold, the year after, this past season, 2023, he ran the ball 35 times, 8 yards. How do you run the ball 35 times and get 8 yards? I think he start feeling the pressure of them sacks and people getting hands on him, and then he started having flashbacks of injuries again. Now, I'm not saying he's not a good quarterback. He's a great quarterback, great arm talent. He is mobile. He can run. But the thing is, does he want to run? Does he just want to stay in the pocket where he's safe? You know what I mean? In the NFL, you can't touch a quarterback from the knee down, neck up, and now they got rid of, guess what? Oh, yeah, hip drop tackles. So if he started to run, a lineman or anybody, or if they blitz in a safety, come in trying to get him, they can no longer wrap around a wrist and use their weight to bring him down. So now they're safe in 3 ways. No more hip drop tackles. No, you can't hit from the neck on up on a quarterback. And if he's in the pocket, you can't hit him from the knee down. You only can hit him from the knee to the neck and leave his waist alone. You know what I mean? Unless you just wrap him up. But shit, I don't know how these referees are going to look at that new rule, wrapping somebody up around the waist. They might try to take that as being a hip drop tackle. So it makes you wonder, where is Michael Penix mentally? Once that pressure in the NFL starts coming, because you know we're going to face a lot of teams that got damn good rushing off the edge and defensive tackles that's going to get to them. We're sitting here concerned about our right side of the line. What makes you think with our concern that we're going to be able to handle with some of these defenses that's already, like, for instance, we play Kansas City twice. What you think Chris Jones going to try to do, bruh, if we had a Michael Penix back there? You know what I mean? We face a Chargers where you got Bosa and Khalil Mack. What you think is going to happen if they get to him? Is he going to freak out? Is he going to throw the ball just to get rid of it so he won't get sacked and it's intercepted? Is it going to be 3rd down and he throws the ball incomplete? 4th down, got a punt? You ran 35 times for 8 yards as a quarterback. Quarterbacks can get yards when they want, and you run a 4.40, bruh. So you can't say, we can't use the Aiden O'Connell excuse, well, Aiden O'Connell runs a 4.96. Michael Penix don't. He's a 4.4. Why is he not getting positive yards? Why is he only getting 8 yards on 35 attempts? You got to ask these questions. The math ain't mathing. Either you don't know how to run or you're scared to run. You're only running because they own your ass, so you trying to, and they still get you. That's what I'm looking at. And for someone that has an injury history as Michael Penix, do you want the kind of quarterback that can put himself in position of getting sacked because he doesn't want to run? I don't want to run and get hurt. So what, you want to stay in the pocket and get hurt? I mean, out of the two choices, bro, I'd rather give yourself an opportunity, a chance. Run. You're not slow. Everybody say Michael Penix, but never broke down the psyche of what the possibilities could be with him getting hurt 4 years in a row, every season ending less than 6 games with a different fucking injury every year. You can't tell me that's not mental. That's not in the back of your head. You can get hurt. Like I said, just imagine every year you get in a car accident 1, 2, 3, 4 years in a row. How comfortable are you getting back in that car again? Without thinking, shit, I hope nobody hit me. Come on, bro. It's just a natural human reaction. It's a defensive mechanism. Get bit by a dog 4 years in a row. I guarantee you'll never have a dog or a pup at your house, and you'll cross the street from a motherfucker that's chained up and behind a fence. It's just a natural reaction. You want to protect yourself, prolong your health. So if you're going through instances where you're getting injured every year, your next mental thing is not to put myself in that position. How did he put himself in that position? Now, I don't know. I'm going to go back and look at when he got injured. Was he trying to run when it happened? Because I bet my bottom dollar he was trying to run. He was trying to get away and he didn't. And he got hurt. Both shoulders and both times or ACL. I guarantee you, I pretty much, that's the only sense it makes. It only makes that sense because if he got hurt standing in the pocket, then you would think it would be the opposite where he is trying to run to not get hurt again. The numbers, the yards that he ran and how many attempts would show me different. So I'm gonna look that up and I'm gonna tell y'all. That's my theory on Michael Penix. Mentally, Derek Carr 2.0 when Derek Carr broke his damn leg. That was not the same Derek Carr after he broke his leg. Period. Everybody knew seen that shit. That's not the same Carr. Carr was killing it before that year when he broke his leg against Indianapolis. He was killing it. Played carefree. Ran the ball, even though his little ass hands couldn't grip it, and Dallas made him fumble out the back of the end zone when he was trying to get a first down. Yeah, that Derek Carr. But before all that shit, before he got hurt, oh, he was gambling. He was out there reckless abandonment, didn't give a damn until he got hurt. And the hurt and that injury took the spunk out his ass. That was a whole different Derek Carr. And everybody know this. So you mean to tell me that's not going? And you gotta remember, like I said, Michael Penix went through that 4 times in a row. You don't mean to tell me that's not heavier on his mind than Carr breaking his leg once? Got to bring that into perspective, man. If this dude is really out there playing quarterback, look, Michigan had him shook. That kind of reinforced the whole notion that mentally he don't want to get hurt, bruh. Because Michigan had him shook and he got hurt. He hurt his foot. And I think he was just, he probably was like, man, not again. Not again. Come on, not again. Not again. So, I mean, we got to bring all that into perspective, man, and add that into the equation. It's not just your physical ability. What about your mental makeup? We gotta look at that too. Okay, so now we at the point where I think New England can be that curveball for them going JJ McCarthy. I don't think Jayden Daniels is on their list. I don't think they would do it. I don't think they would do it. Now, you could probably get at New England to try to get their pick, get the number 3 overall pick, before somebody like the Minnesota Vikings try to move the 3. I think JJ McCarthy is on their radar. I know the Giants said, well, not they said, but it's kind of coming out that JJ McCarthy is on their radar. So I can see Minnesota moving up to get JJ McCarthy because they're definitely not moving up to get Jayden Daniels, but Jayden Daniels will be plan B. Why would they get Jayden Daniels? A lot of people would say about Minnesota Vikings. What did they experience to make them do that? Culpepper. The best years of Minnesota's life was Culpepper. A mobile quarterback. He wasn't the fastest, but he was fast enough and big, stout. Now, at the same time, you figure JJ McCarthy, well, what about him? That probably reminds them of Cousins. You know what I mean? Cousins gone. That could remind them of Cousins. Hey, and I heard they wanted Cousins again, but he chose to go with Atlanta. So that's telling you a lot right there that they wanted Cousins again, but he didn't want to go back. So if you wanted Cousins, that means you felt like you could have won with him. So if that's the case, let's get us somebody that's similar. JJ McCarthy. So if New England stays there at 3, they could go JJ. That's what I'm thinking. If not JJ, they'll really throw a twist out there in the draft and go Michael Penix. But I don't think New England. I think that what will they do? Would they go I think they would choose JJ McCarthy first before Michael Penix, unless it's smoke. You know what I mean? Unless they're putting out smoke to make people think that, but Michael Penix is really on their list. I think Michael Penix is kind of him being in the pocket and not a runner. I think they can work with that in New England because that's what Tom Brady was. I'm not saying Michael Penix is going to be the next Tom Brady. I'm saying similarities with style of play and certain play calls will be beneficial to Penix going to New England. That's what I'm saying. So if New England stays there, that can be the curveball. If they trade back, we can be one of the ones to move up. It's going to cost us, but we can get it. Jake Daniels will be a Raider if we can trade with New England. I believe that's facts. Now, say New England don't want to trade because they want JJ McCarthy. Now we go to pick number 4. Who's at 4? Arizona Cardinals. They want a wide receiver, but they'll probably be open to trading back at 4, knowing they could still get one of the good receivers. You still got Neighbors. You still got on Doomsday. You still got Marvin Harrison Jr. You know what I mean? You still got targets that you can get by 13 because the people ahead of you, 3 wide receivers ain't coming off the board before 13. You're going to have some offensive tackle. Joe Alt gone. Fuaga might be gone. Mims might be gone. Who knows? It depends on what Tennessee, what does the Chargers do? Do they go offensive line or do they go wide receiver to try to replace Mike Williams? But that's not important. But you think offensive line will be more important than going wide receiver for the Chargers. Makes sense to me. You got Latham out there. I mean, there's a lot of different directions you can go. But see, that's at number 5. But number 4 is the Cardinals. What do the Cardinals do? Is it wide receiver? Are we for certain? Or are they willing to move back to try to get more assets to add to what they needed? And I think trading back would still get them a wide receiver, but as well as give them other picks. What would it cost us to move the 4? Not as much as it would have cost to go to 1, 2, or 3. You know what I mean? Facts. If you think, and I'm going to put out another curve out there for you, what the Raiders could do. You know what I mean? Another thing is this. And we're going to, you know what? I'm going to save that for the next option that we got. Okay, so now we're going down the line. We got Arizona at 4. Arizona might want to keep that pick and go wide receiver. Go ahead, handle your business. Go get Marvin Harrison Jr. Now you go at number 5. You got the Chargers. Now the Chargers I can see trading back to get extra picks too. But would you think, well, I ain't going to say think because it has happened before where divisional rivals made trades. We did one last year. You know what I mean? Farrell Jr., we traded him to Kansas City. That's how he got the extra, got the 6th round pick or a 7th, some shit. But we traded him to a division rival. It happens. So now you look at it like, okay, so if we do a deal with the Chargers, which Telesco has a relationship with Chargers. Chargers want multiple picks. If we want Jayden Daniels and he's there at 5, we know Cardinals is not drafting a quarterback. So Jayden Daniels, if he gets past 1, 2, 3, he's going to be there at 5. 6, that's gonna be tricky with the Giants. I'm not going. No. I'm not gonna risk it. So 5 is my target. How do we get at the Chargers and give them? Well, they just want picks. We can give them picks. Give us 5. I think it'll be a win-win. They'll get what they want, you know what I mean? And we get what we want. But will they be willing to help us get what we want in order for them to get what they want? Sometimes that shit happens. Sometimes teams make deals where they know that both teams are going to get better, but they might feel like in their eyes it's going to make us better than them. That's all that matters. So we got to portray that, yeah, Jaden Daniels could be a bust. But you guys got draft picks and got multiple choices. So even with multiple choices, you ain't got to worry about just one pick panning out. You can get 2 out. If you get majority of your picks right compared to what you got in the trade, you won. You won. Which most likely? Are quarterback panning out or 2 of the 3 picks you get panning out? You know what they're going to bet on the picks because they get to choose the picks. You know what I mean? And they probably don't have faith thinking that, oh, Jaden Daniels, he gonna flash and he gonna get it with the Raiders. He gonna fail. Hey, think that. We want you to think that so you can make the trade. If we do that, that'll give us number 5 and we can go up there and grab Daniels. You know what I mean? And not pay as much as it would cost to move to 1, 2, or 3. Facts. All right. Now, if that don't happen and the Chargers don't want to trade, now you're looking at the Giants at 6. If the Giants can't get JJ McCarthy, I think Jaden Daniels probably be something that they look at. I'm just saying that might be something they might look at. But then again, they might throw a curveball. Michael Penix could still be there. Maybe Giants think, oh, we'll get Michael Penix then. Eli Manning wasn't the most mobilest motherfucker in the world. We know Michael Penix can do it. We put him in our offense and let him have, gives him weapons and shit and protection. He can do wonders. So we're going to go that far. I'm going to stop right there with that different scenario. Now, the other scenario, rumors come out that the Jets are looking to trade back from number 10. Number 10 pick is available. They want to basically trade it to a quarterback needy team, which I know they're directing it towards us. They're the Jets. They want Devontae Adams. I say don't give them Devontae Adams. What I say is let's do what New England did to us when we got Seymour. We called New England for Wilford at DT, the trade for him. They told us no. But in the process of telling us no, Belichick, that is, he said he's not available, but Richard Seymour is. Would you be interested? And Al Davis said, oh, Seymour's available? They said yes. What do you want for him? Belichick told him, I'm going to call you back and let you know, which told me he went and talked to Robert Kraft about trading Mr. Richard Seymour. Next thing you know, Al Davis's phone rings. It's Belichick. Al, you still interested in Seymour? Yeah. All right, this is what we want for him. And Al Davis squeezed the trigger. He pulled the trigger and got Richard Seymour. That's how that happened. So why not let that happen with us in the Jets? What you mean, Lunatic? What I mean is the Jets want Devontae Adams to pair him back with Aaron Rodgers, right? But we don't want to give up Devontae Adams. But what we do is, Devontae Adams, we'll tell the Jets, the Devontae Adams ain't available. But would you be interested in Jacoby Myers? Oh, Jacoby Myers is available? I'm just saying. What do you want for him? Hold on. We'll get back to you. But instead of us asking Mark Davis, what Telesco and them is doing is getting on the phone with the 49ers. What do you want for IU? Well, we want such and such draft pick. Is that right? That's right. All right, we'll call you back. So now you get back on the phone with the Jets. Jets, look, check this out. We'll give you Jacoby Myers and a 5th round pick. You give us the number 10 pick, and we'll call it that. So you're gonna give us Jacoby and a 5th for our 10? Yes, indeed. Deal. Bam. So now we get back on the phone with the Niners. You said you wanted a 3rd round pick for IU? Shoot him. Bam. Now we got Jacoby Myers replacement. We send Jacoby Myers with a 5th to the Jets, get their 10th. We package our 10 and our 13 together to somebody up in the top 3 to move up to get Jaden Daniels to reunite him with Brandon Ayuk. Bam! Lunatic said that shit. Let's go. Shout out to the 115 watching. Man, I appreciate y'all, man. Once again, welcome to Raiders Sunrise Live with Lunatic Raider, man. I'm telling y'all, man, there's different ways to achieve the same goal.
You're watching Raiders Sunrise Live with Lunatic Raider. If this is your first time here, please subscribe to the channel and hit that motherfucking like button, you damn son of a.
There it is. So that's the scenarios, the 2 scenarios that could happen. And then the first scenario was different things happening with what New England does. But it all relies back on Chicago taking Caleb Williams and Drake May going to Washington, unless Washington goes J.J. McCarthy. I don't know. I don't think that's but then again, maybe Washington has their eye on J.J. There's a lot of shit that can happen, but I like the fact that we can get number 10 pick from the Jets if we include Jacoby Meyer, which some people say don't get rid of him, but I wouldn't get rid of Devontae Adams. Can you imagine pairing up Devontae Adams with Brandon Ayuk, and Ayuk has played with Jaden Daniels at Arizona State? Come on, bruh. In a perfect world, that makes sense. Makes too much sense. Can it happen? It could happen if we can pluck that number 10 overall pick, because I guarantee you 10 and 13 is better than what the Vikings got. So we'll be able to trump their ass with them trying to move up to get Jaden Daniels if that's on their itinerary. We can shortstop them. It's kind of like you got the spot grinding, trapping all night, but I'm out on the corner stopping them before they get there. You feel me? Oh no, we ain't gotta go to the house. Hey, Lunatic got that Peruvian flake right here on the corner. Oh, that's I'm analogy, allegedly. So with that being said, man, you guys enjoy your hump day. Man, that's just different scenarios. Not saying any of this is gonna happen, but there are different avenues to take to get to the same point. You feel me? Shout out to everybody out there, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Let me see if I forgot anybody. Leki Tupau. I hope I got that right, brother. I hope I didn't mess that up. But I'm making an attempt to get it right, man. I'm gonna get it right if I'm wrong. You feel me? Shout out there. SoCal Sal, what's the deal, man? Salute to you. Top of the AM. Admin, Ray Love. Who else we got? NorCal Raider Jesse. Man, we're deep in here tonight. Hey, or this morning. I say Ozzy in the building, man. Salute to you as well. I'm just now catching up on the chat, man. My mind get to clicking with different ways and ideas of how to achieve getting Jaden Daniels. It's not promised. It's not promised at all. You know what I mean? But just imagine this. Say, for instance, we do get the 10th pick from the Jets, and we still got 13, right? And we can't get Jaden Daniels. Do you know what we can do with 10 and 13 to make this team that much better? Oh, the offensive line is getting addressed immediately. I'm just saying. What else can you get? We can get a corner immediately. We can get a right tackle and a starting corner at 10 and 13 immediately and worry about quarterback later. Maybe it's Jordan Travis. I don't know. You know what I mean? Who knows? But I would definitely give that Rattler. Could you trade back into the first round? Who knows? There's different avenues to take to get there. So for anybody to say that it's impossible for the Raiders to get Jaden Daniels, just ain't thinking. Ain't nothing impossible. It's only impossible when you don't attempt to achieve it. That's when it's impossible. Just like Clark Arroyo. Y'all see, We are not getting Jet Daniels. What, the draft happened already? You don't know, bro. I done seen stranger things happen. For instance, for you youngsters out there that don't remember, Bo Jackson was originally drafted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right? First round overall. He did not report. Why? Because Tampa Bay lied to him and told him that he would still be able to keep his eligibility playing baseball at Auburn, even if he goes on a visit to Tampa Bay. They lied. They stripped him of his eligibility in college. So, being mad at Tampa Bay, he refused to go into the draft and be taken in by them. So what happens is if you refuse to go into the draft when you got drafted, you go back into the draft the following year. Well, nobody wanted to take a chance on Bo Jackson because of what happened the previous year. So he went all the way to the 7th round, and guess what? Al Davis drafted him in the 7th round when he was a number 1 first-round pick the year before because he refused to go to Tampa Bay. How else did that happen? Oh, let's take a look at Eli Manning. Oh, Eli Manning, yeah. Eli Manning's father came out and said, I don't want my son playing for the Chargers, who had the number 1 overall pick in that draft because their offensive line was trash, and I didn't want my son to get hurt. So even after being drafted by the Chargers, they were telling them they were going to refuse to show up. So what happens? Oh, Chargers make a deal with the Giants to go ahead and trade Eli Manning to the Giants. Wow, what happens? The Chargers get, what was it, Ryan Leaf that year? Ryan Leaf. They forced their way. I'm trying to tell you, there's always a way for Daniels to end up with the Raiders. He can say, you know what? Because you got to remember, these NIL kids are not broke. They're not hurting for money. It's better now than it was back then for them to be able to say, I'm not reporting. I'm going back into the draft next year. And that's going to scare a lot of teams away from even attempting to draft them unless he's like, if the Raiders draft me, though, I'm going. Because that's what Bo Jackson did. Because Al Davis allowed him to play baseball and football and gave him a salary as if he played 16 games. So don't say we're not getting Daniels. If you ain't got the crystal ball to show us that, ain't nobody listening. But you're entitled to your opinion, bro. Hey, you might be right. We might not get them. Maybe not. Oh, well, we got to wait till the 25th to find out. And we will be live right here on Raiders Allegiance, as well as 9 other channels. That's right, 9 other channels of some of your favorite content creators that spew this Raider gospel. Yes, indeed. So please pull up at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here, Raiders Allegiance, as well as other channels, and as well as my other platforms on Facebook. Who else am I on? On X, twice on Facebook, once here on YouTube, as well as Instagram, we're live on right now, as well as Twitch. Raiders Allegiance, man. If you ain't subscribed and hitting that like, do that shit now. Do that shit now, man. Salute to y'all, man. And matter of fact, before I get up out of here, I'm gonna knock this down before I go. Shout out to the nation, man. We does this shit. You feel me? We does this. Without you, there's no me, and without us, there's no nation. There's only one nation under God, indivisible, with silver and black for all. Salute. Ta-da. How you like me now? You guys enjoy your hump day, man. I enjoy this. Tomorrow is Thursday. I don't know if I'm gonna, when I say I don't know, I ain't saying I don't know if I'm gonna show up. I don't know if I'm gonna do another prospect. I might throw that back to next week because now we're getting closer to the draft dates. But what we might do is a mock draft tomorrow if you guys are interested and down. So stay tuned. Same Raider time, same Raider channel right here, Raiders Allegiance, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern. You know what it is. We do it and we do it well. We do it without Puffy. Shout out to all y'all, man. Hey, y'all keep this shit going. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, hit that notification bell. I'm Lunatic Raider. This is Raiders Allegiance. You have been watching Raiders Sunrise Live, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Hey, be safe. Make it back home to your loved ones. And as we always say, let's go Raiders. I'm out this B-I-H. Ha ha!